Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and these two videos that I'll upload tomorrow, I'm pre-recording here about like 3:30 in the morning, so I'm just pre-recording these two videos that I'll upload sometime during the day on, today, Wednesday, technically. I'll upload sometime during the day, Wednesday, when I wake up. But the first one I want to talk about, first video, kind of a discussion topic here. I kind of want to talk about why do the media members, kind of hating on college sports, Joe Klatt, Jeff Goodman, Paul Feinbaum. We're going to get into that. I'm going to talk about Steve Kerr. Going to kind of rant about Steve Kerr as well. So, two topics kind of discuss here. I was going to talk about my Warriors, Steve Kerr, and talk about these media members. So what has happened basically in the last 24 plus hours? Joe Klatt has one of the worst takes ever. He basically said March Madness is the worst tournament in sports. We'll get into the full quote of what he said. In Kirk Street, there was no college football on Saturday. Navy, Army, Washington, Boise State, FCS games. Oh, but there were no games, according to Kirk Street. Which I will prove to you is wrong, since that game had a lot of viewers. I know it was the only game on, but not everybody had to watch it. Sports media is at an all-time low, and just propaganda for like 10 brands. These dudes don't actually like sports. Like, why do these college personalities just hate? Like, it's just disgusting. These dudes don't actually watch sports. We need more John Fantas and John Rothsteins and less Joe Klatts and Herb Streets. Guys that truly love college sports, don't crap on smaller schools having a real chance to fight for a title, or just random college basketball slates like Jeff Goodman, where he said the college slate on Monday was terrible. Today's game to watch, well, there's nothing to watch. Go to bed or whatever. I'll read you his bio too. But it's just I hate media members, man. I wish somebody would investigate what is happening behind the scenes. Like, feels like ESPN only cares about the SEC and occasionally a few other teams. But people's mistake is, I don't know if hopefully these are not their actual takes, but it's so damn frustrating. We need to stop listening to people like Herb Street and Joe Klatt when it comes to, anything. If it were up to them or anybody else, we'd only have Yankees, Dodgers, Lakers, Knicks, Alabama versus Ohio State. Seriously, stop watching their content and stop listening to their podcasts. You'll get the clips on X without giving them views. Like, it's amazing how much better sports is when you turn off ESPN. Quit watching, listening to anyone who's on TV, and ignore the angry former coaches and players. Watch the games, ignore the hot take people, and don't argue on message boards. So you make these people go away. So much better to watch sports when you're not actually listening to these stupid dumbasses. And I'll tell you the full quote from Joe Klatt. Hot take. More like terrible take. He says, we don't want Cinderellas. We want the best teams play each other at the end. We don't want Cinderellas? Who's we? And also, you said we want the best teams playing each other at the end. The NCAA basketball tournament is a joke. Remind me, who was the Final Four last year? 4-1 seeds. Dude, this dude saying we want the best teams playing. The best teams played! Oh my god. It's the dumbest tournament and the least fair tournament of all of sports. I'll give you some examples. UMBC and Virginia. Upset, 16-1. Fairleigh Dickinson, Purdue, 16-1. If they can't beat a 16 seed, then that's on them. College football talking heads are gonna go on a media tour and try to tear down the fucking college basketball season. Saying March Madness is dumb is the quickest way to admit you don't actually like sports, you only look at rankings. The NCAA basketball tournament is literally the best event. He's way too football brain. Basketball isn't football. Changing the format would ruin the entire thing. Imagine not loving March Madness. Well, we want the best teams. Yeah, as if the fucking tournament wasn't the final four, the 4-1 seeds. By hot take, you mean terrible take. He wants big schools at the end because it puts money in his pocket, full stop. That's literally it. The Big Dance is the best tournament. Oh my lord. Hot take, more like terrible take. And then next, Army, Navy. You know, Kirk Herbstreit, a lot of eyeballs on a college football game that, according to Kirk Herbstreit, didn't even happen. There weren't any games. It drew 7.84 million viewers on CBS. It outdrew Florida and Georgia from earlier season, which had a viewership of 7.79 on ABC. I get it, you know, Saturday probably wasn't that many games, obviously, but not 7 million people didn't have to tune in. That's a lot of eyeballs for a college football game, according to Kirk Herbstreit. Didn't happen. Didn't happen, folks. So hate. Why do these media personalities just hate? It just pisses me off. And then I want to get into Jeff Goodman. Oh my lord. These people hate sports. So on Monday there wasn't a great slate, which obviously I didn't recap any games Monday, I think, for college, because there wasn't really much for me to like actually recap or be able to really watch these games. But he said Monday morning, today's games to watch, absolutely none. The slate is terrible. Go get a nice dinner, start a new show, and get some sleep. He's really bad at his job. He said, and then someone said you're really bad at your job or something like that. You're bad at your job. Try and join the game instead of being a shill. And he said, nah, man, if you want a shill, follow at John Rothstein. At least John Rothstein knows there's more than 25 teams in college basketball. Yeah, man, you're a fucking shill, not a fan of the sport. You clearly don't even know what the word means. You probably think you're being funny, but literally everyone prefers Rothstein, dude. You know, and the funny thing is, when I mentioned his bio, basketball analysts cover hoops at all levels. Well, clearly not if you're saying the slate was absolutely terrible. If that were true, he wouldn't be hating on a random slate. Like, it's not the best game, it's not top 25 games, but it's still D1 basketball. Like, dude. It's just like, this shit's so frustrating. And it's like there were some solid mid-major matchups. Oh man, it wasn't like it was some awful, horrendous slate. But like, Wyoming played, for who they played, it was, who was it? South Dakota State. Like, there were still some good mid-major games. But yeah, that's kind of all I gotta say about these media members. Like, why do these media members hate college sports? You know, kind of talked about Joe Clark, Kirk Herbstreit, Jeff Goodman. I said Paul Feinbaum, but he just talked about SEC all the time. So who cares? I'm not going to mention that. It's just kind of the stuff that's happened this week. But I'm going to move on here and talk about Steve Kerr and Mr. Joe Lacob. So this Warriors drama started today. So an angry Warriors fan emailed Warriors owner Joe Lacob. I think I talked about this in one of the... I've done the news video. I think I talked about it in the NBA. But yeah, it's basically angry Warriors fan emailed Joe Lacob when he actually responded. And then, what I'm going to say about this, I can't believe I have to address this, but Joe Lacob is correct. Don't conflate his own personal screw-up by prioritizing the kids with the complete and utter sabotage of Steve Kerr. Can't believe people make me defend Joe Lacob, but you've lost the plot if you think Joe Lacob's worse than Steve Kerr. Like, I think Joe Lake was done a terrible job drafting, but Steve Kerr's the worst. Can't believe I'm actually defending fucking Joe Lake up here. He said, "You can't be frustrating me. I am working on it. It's complicated style of play. Coaches' desires regarding players. League trends, Jimmy's not the problem." But that's the other thing is he will keep starting five of Curry, Moody, Butler, Draymond, and Post as the established starting line for the foreseeable future, bearing injury. Yeah, same thing. He'll close the game with some stupid lineup. But this is the main thing I want to rant on. So, you've noticed Will Richard hasn't been playing, right? He's been benched like the last 3 games. DMP's coach's decision. And he said it's a bit tough not playing Will Richard. Because I'm a huge fan and believer right now. If you're a huge fan and believer, well, why ain't he playing? Well, frankly, he said him because he's a rookie. I'm honoring what the older guys have done over the years. The older guys. What older guys? Besides Steph, Draymond, and I guess Jimmy. Tell me the other old guys. Okay, let's just get this guy off my team, move. He benched Clay for a rookie Pajemski, but he won't play Will Richard. He's saying he's honoring the older guys, yet this is the same guy that benched Clay even though he was playing bad, but still put Brandon over him when he was a rookie and thought that was a better idea. You can't do that with Will if he's consistent. He should play. He was consistent. His job as a coach is to make the right decisions to win basketball games, not to respect what the older guys have done over the years. He's lost the plot. Exactly what has Pods and Buddy Hield done over the years? Oh yeah, nothing. You're telling me Will Richard can't play over at least one of them? Sure, man. Oh really? Seniority. Then explain how a 30-year Pods is in the rotation and plays more than Melton and Seth Curry, a 12-year vet and statistically the best shooter in the NBA. Kerr is full of shit. It's not about seniority. It's about selective favoritism. All the centers he's willing to sit so he can play stupid Pods are also are all older than Pods and get a gazillion times more needed than Pods. God. Just P-O-S. Oh, I can't believe I'm defending Joe Lake. He was fucking right in that email. God, they better not re-sign Steve Kerr to an extension. I swear, dude. It's just so frustrating. He just admitted on live that Will Richard isn't playing in part because he won't play him over older players. Are you serious, man? Like, Will is clearly better than his boy Pods. Also, he started Pods over Clay in his final year. He has lost all integrity, dude. He's Kerr the sabotager. I have been saying this. Jim Park has been saying this. He is a sabotage. He is sabotaging the Warriors. He is a fraud. If it's about playing older guys, then why isn't Seth Curry playing? If it's about the older guys, why is Seth Curry not playing? Why is he on the bench racking up DMPs? This right here has been the problem. Team needs a new coach who won't have bias and doesn't have emotions attached to dynasty. But when Pods was a rookie, he willed to start him. He started TJD as a rookie as well, but yet he won't play Will Richard now. He doesn't like younger, promising players, but he likes clowns like Pajemski. We need a coach that doesn't fucking play favorites. Pods isn't even that old. He's just not good. He's going to stunt Will's growth as a player, and people wonder why Steve Kerr can't develop young guys, because he fucking ruins their confidence. Well, Kuminga's not really too good, but my God, it doesn't help he's stuck on the bench. But yeah, it's kind of a video here about the media members, why they hate college sports, and a little bit of a rant there about Steve Kerr. So, yeah, that's all to say for this video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Text I'm Michael Light. Peace. And once again, a reminder, this is pre-recorded. I'll upload this at some point during the day Wednesday, whenever I wake up. But yeah, peace.